Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my little studio here in the big old state of Texas. Vonderput here. I'm going to show you how I do a Dutch pour. I'm new at this, so I've been getting some pretty good results. This is yesterday's result, which I recorded, but then found out that my recording wasn't on, so I'm going to do another one today for you. So this is the one I did yesterday, if you can see that. And today I'm going to do another one over one that I'm pouring over. So I will do this as much step to step as I can for you. These are my paints. I'm using all Liquitex Basics. I have gold, some long word magenta I can't pronounce, dioxidine blue, I believe, or no, it's not. I'm sorry. This is a different one. This is ultramarine blue. This is a long word and green that I can't pronounce, and this is dioxidine purple. And then I also have Deco Art Dazzling Metallics, and I love this, and I put some of this in each of my colors, except for the gold, because the gold's already metallic. And then I have my white paint for my pour, and it is, my pouring medium is Elmer's Glue All, and I mix it 70% glue, 30% water, and that's all I put in. I don't put in any silicone or anything like that for my Dutch pours. I just put in the glue and water, and look at that one, how wonderful the cells are, if you can see it. I'll do a close-up with both of them at the end of the video. There you are. Sorry about that. The camera fell right off of my stand here. I guess I was pushing on it too hard. Anyway, I'm going to start now, so this is it. This is how I do a Dutch pour, ladies. You wanted it, you got it. Here it is. Okay. Hopefully that camera won't fall off of there. Right into my paint. Maybe I better move it back a little bit. Okay, this is a canvas I'm going over. It's, I believe, let me measure it because I hate to guesstimate. I believe it's 12 by 12. It is 12 by 12 inches. It is an artist loft canvas. It's a number 3, which has the nice deep sides on it. I love these canvases. They're great. Okay, so like I said, I have my white paint. I'm going to move my glue out of the way. I have my blow dryer, which you'll need for a Dutch pour. I have my gloves, and my paints I accidentally tipped over. So right now I'm going to move these out of the way so that I don't have another accident and lose all of my paint. I saw somebody that did these basics on a pegboard where you could hang them up, and I'm so excited about that because I would love to do that maybe in here in my craft room somewhere because they do fall over a lot. Anyways, okay, here we go. And you'll also, I use my torch also for this, so you'll also need a torch. So I'm going to put my gloves on. I wear the kitchen gloves. I just find they're easier for me because I have to wash my hands so much. And I didn't really get along with disposable gloves because they don't really make them small enough. My hands are kind of small, so I get the smallest kitchen gloves, and they fit pretty good. So, let's go. Here's the white. We're going to cover this in white paint. Ooh, that was probably a bit too much. But it doesn't matter. On a Dutch pour, you can use a lot of paint because you want that paint to be able to move the other colors around when you blow on them. Well, I did get a lot on there. Let me get some of this off of here. This is way too much here. It's going to run everywhere. So I'm just going to scoop some off in my cup over here. so I can actually work with what I have on here. There's enough to do that side, all the sides with there running over. Okay, if it runs over the sides, just rub it in. Get your sides done. I like mine all white until the paint runs over and does its thing on the sides. And then sometimes I even go back and repaint the white just to make sure everything looks good. Okay, now we're going to spread this out. That's better. I knew I got way too much paint when I filled that cup of fill over. Okay, so I'm just going to smooth this out, this paint out as much as I can. I try to make sure that I cover all my sides really good, or my edges, I should say. And I just make sure I have a nice thick coat of paint on there. And that's pretty good. I'm going to rub my sides again, all the ones that, so I know that's running all over the sides, and get them nice and white. There we go. Okay. You'll also need a wet washcloth. These are really handy. I use anything I can get my hands on. My daughter-in-law was going to throw away all these mop head covers. I'm like, don't throw those away. I can use those for painting. Okay, so we have our white, and there's a lot of bubbles in it. And so I'm going to torch it enough just to get the bubbles out. Like that big one right there. You can use a torch, or you can use a heat gun. Gilly Cube has a little heat wand that looks like it would work pretty good if you like that. I like this, so I think that's what I'll stick with. Okay, now that we have our white on there, it's nice and level. I have something in there. Okay, that's gone. Oh, we still got some bubbles down here, quite a few. Oh no, I just dropped a hair in there. Get that out. We don't need that in the painting. I call it like I'm personalized, but that's a little personal. I'll try and get some more of these bubbles out here. This end here. Sometimes the little ones along the edges are stubborn, but I don't like them in my painting, so do them again. Okay. Now, I'm just going to begin in a circle. Sorry about my paints. Like I said, I accidentally knocked them over. So, just going to start with a circle. That's the purple. Just stir these up again. They were from yesterday, so that's how I knocked them all over. I took the cloth off of them, and they went topsy-turvy all over the place. This is the green, and this green is absolutely delightful when it's blown out. It's probably my favorite green I've seen. So, I'm not a big green fan, but I really like that green. And these are Liquitex Basics. This is the blue. You go just a little outside of that part of that circle with it. And then there's pink, which has a little green in it now because they tip together. So I'm just going to stir that in and call it pink green. I don't know what we'll call it, but the pink is really pretty also. And then we have the gold, which has pink in it, so we'll just stir that into the gold. A little rose gold there. Not enough to hurt anything or change the color. Piece of the paper towel on there. And put a little there, and I'm going to put a little bit just inside there. And then I think I'm going to do another little line of purple because my purple's about gone. Whoa, that was a lot of purple right there. Guess that one will be purple. Okay. Now that we've got that part done and out of the way, now all we do, let me wipe my tools off here. Sorry for such a messy looking table. I do have my lowly Effie mat on here, which you can't see her name because it's on the other end. And the puppy pads are covering silk, not silks. Can't talk this morning. It's really early here. Covering some of my skins that I have drying for, well, they're dry. I just have to peel them off. Yeah, so, okay, I'm going to take my dryer. It's on cold, low, and might be a bit much for the small canvas, so I'll have to stay ways away from it. But I'm going to blow this out in the middle. All these colors are just beautiful together. White in that one. There's that green and purple up there. It's going to be kind of all blown over the sides on this one. This canvas is really small. But you know what? That's okay. It's still beautiful. Look at that. And that, my girls, is a Dutch pour. I'm going to try to make the center a little more round, and how I do that is with my straw. I just have a big straw from my husband's drinking cup, actually. So I'm just going to blow these edges in a little bit to make like a small circle in the middle. Oh, those sides are beautiful. Turn it again a little bit. Oh, I just love these paints. Whoops, got paint in that. I almost stuck that in my mouth, and it does not taste good. There we go. Let me do this a little more here. There. Now that's a beautiful painting if I do say so myself. I just put my glove in paint. Wipe the tip of that off. Get a little paint on it. Put it back where it belongs. And get the paint off my hand before I drip it in my painting. Okay, I am going to go around the sides of this and, whoops. Oh, get off there. Catch the drips because I do not want any of my pattern composition to come off there. And as long as your paint is dripping, you are losing it because it's pulling it over the edges. So I do not want to lose any of this, so I'm going to scrape it. And scrape here. And I don't have to do anything to these sides yet. They are just looking beautiful. I do need to add a little purple paint to this side. If you can just pick it up, I'm going to get my knife. It will work better. Get off me. Where it's missing some paint right there, just a little bit. It needs to make that look a little better right there. And see if I can find a little darker piece there to put there to finish rolling down. There, that looks better. And also you can do that with your corners, like this corner here. is not covered, but it's got paint flowing, so I need to pick up the same color of paint that's flowing down, and that makes it look really nice. I need to also get it up over the corner there. So we'll put some green there to flow down and just help it just a little bit. I need to get some more because I wiped it all off. We'll let it do it on its own. There we go. Now it's going down. And a little purple. Okay, so now I'm going to scrape all the way around again, get all those drips off so they don't pull that paint down. And now I have twins. I have a mom and a dad of the same making here. And if you're wondering, I'm pulling the paint from underneath if I need it when I scrape it. If it's the right color, I just use it for filling the little gaps that I have here. So my sides are all done. And nice thing about this tool here is I can put the paint on there, let it run down, and then just kind of blend it in with the tip, and it looks just like the paint that's actually running down the side. So it's a nice little tool that way. Okay, and that, my dears, is a Dutch flow, or Dutch pour. Now, I'm going to bring you down a little closer and look at these cells. Look at those cells. All these big cells here and over here, all these cells, that's all just from the glue and water and the paint mixed with the metallic. Now, I'm going to blow it again with the gun a little bit. See if we can get any more of those popping up anywhere, like around the center. I like that because I put that ring of gold there, remember? And sometimes if you heat this up, you can bring those colors out. Oh, I just love these colors. I think I need to blow that over a little more here because it is really, whoops, really pooled right there. So I am going to put this back on low and blow that. Okay, had to do that because the paint was pooling and I don't want to have to lose any paint. And boy, that made the sides beautiful too. And the cells are going to come up. Look at the cells coming up in there. Look at them. They just pop up all on their own. Of course, moving them around with the air helps. Tilting your cells will help make them bigger. You don't want to tilt a Dutch pour because you'll lose your whole composition. So you want to kind of make sure, like I just did there, I could see there was a lot of paint right there. And so I just blew some off so that when it dries, it won't crack. Okay. So now I need to scrape that side again so it doesn't fall off of there. And I'll scrape the other sides also so that we don't have any more. And I'll lift this up here a little bit higher so you can see some of those cells. Look at those cells. Oh, look at that green paint. Look at the shimmer in that paint, just from adding a little bit of metallic to it. So that's a Dutch pour. And that is turned out really beautiful. Now I will torch it, now that I blew that out. Don't want a lot of cells popping up anymore, but it's nice if, like up in here, if some more color comes out. And torching is one way to do that, is to make these colors more vibrant. Okay, I think that's all we're gonna get, and that's all I want. So that's good. I'm going to unplug you here after I take my gloves off, and I'll give you a close-up of both paintings. Well, let me set this one over. Excuse me, I'm going to move that painting over to the other side, and I will bring you around and show you what they both look like, since how yesterday I wasn't able to get this other one on here. I'm going to bring you around here. And get my gloves off so I can handle my iPad without getting paint all over it again. Okay. Let's see if I can get you. Okay, well, thank you for joining me. I'm going to show you this Dutch pour from yesterday. This is a 20 by 20. This is the largest Dutch pour canvas I've done, but I've got a 24 by 24 that I would love to do. And I'll just walk around this. You can see all the cells. Same paints, exactly poured the same way that I did the one today. And this one's drying, so part of it's wet. So, but look at this, how this is drying here on this corner. This green, it's just fabulous. And then, of course, there's the one from today, which kind of matches it. I guess someone could have a matching pair if they'd like. And this is the one from today. And you can see all those cells just from the glue and water. Okay, well, this is Vonda, and I'm here in the great state of Texas. So if y'all would like to subscribe and watch my videos, you know how to do it. And thank you very much for wanting to see another Dutch pour. Bye. Hey, oh, before I leave, be good to one another. And be kind to everyone else. Thank you. Bye.